Look, I am a high-valued alpha male, and I require a female who is of equal value to me. She needs to be very attractive. I'm talking at least an 8, okay? Her attire must be modest, but still slutty enough for me to be interested. But I don't want a bunch of guys hitting on her. I mean, my woman needs to understand that I am a man. So, like, biologically, I am just wired to be with as many women as possible. However, she needs to understand that as long as she's with me, she's not allowed to be friends with, be associated with, or even know any other men. Not even her family. In fact, as long as we're together, she can only speak to her father and or brothers through female proxies. Feminism has ruined dating. No, I don't want to date a feminist. I want a woman who understands and respects traditional gender roles, who will cook and clean and keep me happy when I get home from a hard day at work. What do? I'm a high-valued male with an entrepreneurial spirit, okay? I mean, if you think about it, with as much Call of Duty as I play, I'm basically a tactical genius. I mean, if the military ever tried to draft me, I really feel like they'd fast-track me through officer training. I mean, come on. Jordan Peterson said it best: real men eat meat. Vegetables are for betas. Women love a man who loved their mother. And what better way to love your mother than to live with her and allow her to wash your Lord of the Rings shirts? And if any women don't want to be with me, it's because they can't handle the responsibility of being in a relationship with a well-read, well-educated alpha like myself. Feminism.
Hello, everyone. Welcome again to K Podcast. Sorry, I had a issue with my tablet. I had to redo this podcast. Now, I don't know in the last 4 days if you've been hearing this news going around about Drake dissing Alex, Serena Williams' husband. Now, there is a lot to say in this particular topic because I'm going to have to unpack a lot. And I'm going to say this. First, I feel like Black women's pain makes some people happy. That's what I think. And your pain is like a currency at this point. It is what is given. It's given when Black women are in pain. It's a currency to somebody. Now, Serena Williams, I think she made a good choice when she left that relationship with Drake and actually met Alex. She was the one that they always say she got away, as if they were standing in lines with decent, open-minded and expecting good things for her. And for the fact that Drake had the audacity to actually come out and diss a married man with his own family that is doing well and minding his own business is absolutely hilarious. Because I don't understand what goes on in Drake's mind when he actually dissed this man. Because I'm like, you have opportunity to meet a lot of women. You could be married tomorrow if you want to. Why is it that Serena Williams' topic, the fact that she's married, happily married, by the way, with her husband, by the way, and I think she already has 2 children now, her happiness is haunting some people. And I don't understand why some people feel like her being happy, not minding any other person's business, should be their business. And he called Alex a groupie. And I am like, hold on a second. I think Drake should reevaluate himself and maybe the way he was raised up to see women or to see how relationship actually works. Because this should also go to a lot of men out there that think women should suffer in marriage houses. or should not be treated, or should not be celebrated, or should not be treated any way that the woman can feel okay in that house. Like, because that's what it's giving me. For him to come out and call Alex a groupie, I'm like, you do not understand the sense of family. It is beginning to dawn on me that a lot of these people, some of these men out here that want to treat women as an object, do not understand what family means. You have to be there for your family. You will be a cheerleader for your family, a groupie for your family. And if you're married, you will be your husband or wife's fan, biggest fan, by the way. So I'm just thinking about how did it come up that he thinks that he's a groupie? Because I'm gonna say this: he's Serena Williams' husband. Alex is Williams' husband, and he is not poking his nose on every other person's business other than his. And I absolutely love his response, because this is the thing: some of these men do not understand that not everybody is about rap culture. Not everybody want to be walking around here looking like gangster. Not everybody want to be treating women as an object. And women also have their own mind. That women can actually choose who they want to be with or who they don't want to be with. And it's giving me jealousy. And it's not that he cannot actually achieve that same amount of jealousy, that same amount of happiness. But does he want the same happiness for himself? No. But Serena's issue is really like in his head at this point. The happiness of Serena is haunting a lot of people. That feels like she is unworthy of love and unworthy of having a family and a happy home. So this video is not going to be long, by the way, but I just wanted to give my own opinion on this. But I'm going to let you read what Alex actually said in this particular post. I'll give you a minute. So Alex is just doing what every other man from a stable home would actually say. He's actually not saying it, he's doing it. His action has actually proven that he's somebody that is very family minded person. As a man, he is family minded. He cares about his family. He cares about his wife. His wife is not an object. His wife is not somebody, a stranger. I don't understand. If some men have this kind of idea of women, why do you even get married? That's the question. Why would you want to bother women? Why would you want to come up here, have a microphone, and talk all day about women and the fault and that women should and accountability and all of that? Why would you be actually asking women to take accountable of whatever happens to them? If a woman chooses a man that doesn't treat her right, you would literally see men out here saying that's what you choose. Now Serena has chosen what is better for her. It is a problem. Why is it a problem? Because he doesn't want her to be happy. If Serena's marriage was in shambles, I'm going to say this, a lot of these people would be happy. A lot of these people would be very happy. They would be. That's why I'm saying, I feel like when Black women are happy, it's like a pain to some of these men. It's painful for them to see a smile in your face. It's very, very painful. Last time I was going through TikTok and I saw a video of another podcast that was happening, and the man was like literally yelling on the top of his lungs about women's behavior and all of that, and saying women do not deserve to have these, or women do not deserve to have rights. And the other lady actually responded like, you remember when they had this Jim Crow law? You remember the Jim Crow law? When you couldn't drink from a fountain. How did you feel about that when they told you because of your skin tone, you couldn't drink from a fountain? You couldn't buy a house because of your skin color. You couldn't do a lot of things because of your skin color. But you want to put those rules there for women. Do you know how those people that put those laws would be laughing right now? I'm talking about, you know what? Let me see if I can get that video. Let me see if I have it in my phone, because I need that video up here. I think I need that video up here. Okay. Hold on a second. Let me just pull up this video. Let me just pull this up. Because this is interesting. You, as a woman, you shouldn't have the right to do a lot of things. But, you know, when they had that Jim Crow and everybody was fighting for civil rights, and everyone has civil rights. But you want to single out women, talking about they shouldn't have this and they shouldn't have that. It's giving me black women shouldn't be happy. Your happiness is not what I want. I want you to be in pain, and if possible, I want you to be in bondage. Your happiness makes me angry, is what it's giving me. Hold on. I just want to bring this. Let me just. Okay, now this was the video that I came across, and I had a lot to say about this because it's giving me, you should be in pain. Your pain is a currency, is a source of happiness for me. You not being valued for even what you do for society makes me happy. It doesn't matter how much you work. You've been devalued, discriminated against, and disgraced is what makes me happy. Is what is giving me. So I'm just gonna pull up this video for a while.
So you're okay with degrading black women and women?
That's not degrading.
That is degrading. You're telling me that I'm not here to listen to
That's
that.
hierarchy. It's not degrading.
Hierarchy.
Women, and that is a problem.
Boy, I'll buy you. Stop playing with me.
Women want to whine about being equal, and they don't understand.
Imagine saying that you whining about having equal rights. Imagine it.
You never heard me say damn equal
You want to
rights.
drink out this water fountain and you're whining because you can't? You wanna get this house and I'm denying you simply because you're black and you're whining about it. I bet that's how white people thought too. We are not second-class citizens and we are not less than, especially you.
Okay. Hold on. What? How loud want to be? Women are never going to be equal.
Be loud
regardless
or
of how
quiet,
loud you
it doesn't
want to be.
matter.
Miss let go. Mr. Let go. Let's bring it home a little bit.
Y'all is spicy.
You're in a relationship.
You ain't no girl? Welcome.
You're in a,
Okay, that was for fair use, by the way. Now, they're talking about this hierarchy. When the hierarchy was set for them, it was discrimination. Is it not also discrimination when you discriminate against women? Talking about hierarchy, are women less? Like, do women deserve less? Are women not human beings? Because it's giving me women are not human beings. You shouldn't have There is a all of a sudden there was a hierarchy for a long. Many people even set those hierarchies over there. But there were a lot of protests and a lot of breaking of those laws. But you still, like that man over there, you still want to sit down here and talk about a hierarchy for what? And especially when it comes to Black women, being that the fact that they are the ones doing most of the job in the community, they are the ones actually giving society more, getting their education and all of that. And still, some of them have to be single mothers and still help society out. Still go out there, get a job. Still go out there, get education. But you want to talk about the hierarchy. And this is where it comes with this Serena Williams topic, where some people actually think Black women especially shouldn't be happy. And the fact that Drake would fix his mouth and talk to this man, it's like, yes, I've had a connection with your wife before, so I feel entitled to calling you out and calling you. Drake, close your mouth, please. Sit your ass down. If you want to be married to somebody, you have a baby mama back there. Go make things right with that woman. Or doesn't she deserve to be made a wife? Go over there, get married to your baby mama. Set that home straight. Be there with your wife and your child. Leave Serena out of this. Serena Williams is none of your business anymore. Just because you had an entanglement with Serena does not mean that you still have the right to be out here talking about her and her husband. I can understand you jealous. You're seeing this beautiful, happy family. I'm wondering, because a lot of people are saying, oh, maybe Drake would have been married to her or something. I'm just wondering, what kind of wife do you think Serena would have been to Drake? And how would he have treated Serena in that marriage if they were married? Do you think it would have been a happy home? She would have had the life that she has right now? She wouldn't. She'd probably be dealing with cheating scandals. And women feeling entitled to come into her face and tell her things that she does not deserve to hear. I want some men that comes from a toxic family to understand not everybody is raised like you. Not everybody is raised in that culture of being rude, of being toxic to women. Not everybody is raised in that particular background. Not everybody. Some people are raised to actually focus on their families. And just because you didn't have that growing up does not mean it's not normal. And if you feel like it's not normal, maybe do some research on yourself. You're the problem. At this point, Drake is the problem. Because I'm wondering what's going on in his mind when he thinks about Serena and her family and her husband. He probably sees that as not normal, unusual. Probably it's unusual for him to see a happy family, a man that sticks by his wife, a man that will celebrate his wife, a man that will go to events that his wives have and support his wife even when she's playing. Be there in person. It's probably strange for some of these men to see that, yeah, some people actually have this. And that actually would bring, I feel like he's jealous. The jealousy is literally written. Some people say on the wall. No, this one is blown out. It's literally in everybody's face. We see it, Drake. Do better. Now, Serena has literally, I'm pretty sure she's gone through some dusties. Drake himself being one of them. She probably said, you know what, I'm not dealing with this other dust. Let me go over here and deal with this dust over here. Probably thinking that Drake would be better. He just wasted her time. And she said, okay, I know what you're made of. You giving me the same dust that I was getting. You know what? Thank you very much. I'm just going to leave this whole group. That is what she did. She left the whole group because she knew that they wouldn't treat her the way she's been treated today, or the way she actually wants to be treated. She left her community, went outside, and searched for the best man that does the job. And although a lot of people cry about her marrying down, I'm like, no, she didn't marry down. Yes, she dodged the bullet. Of course, she dodged the bullet. And I feel like that is one thing that literally pissed a lot of people off, because they wanted her to be, to be on the floor. It's like her happiness is just irritating to some people. They don't find her. Let's not forget how they called her a man, how they told everybody that she was strong. And calling her strong, all this. They literally degraded this woman's self-esteem to the ground. And the woman literally said, no, I can't deal with you anymore. I can deal with any of you. Tried to go over to Drake and think maybe he would be better. Nope. It wasn't better either. That's why that relationship broke off. And that's why she's with this person now. That's why she's with Alex. And it's like, it's hurting some people that she's happy. Of course, they wanted her to be a rich baby mama. I'm going to say this. Serena is very clever. She's very clever. She did not do what Ciara did. She's clever. By having, no, Serena was like, no. She didn't even play with that. I think she probably gave them a chance to see. I believe in my soul, she gave a lot of chances and be like, okay, show me. And she got absolutely nothing. If she was married to Drake, they'd probably be telling her that she's strong. And I don't think she would have been treated equally. Look at, what is this lady's name again? The twins. Please, anybody know about those two twins that were married? One married to African-American man and the other one to the other man. The African-American man one is divorcing. You do not need people to tell you. You can see it literally. It's not a written sign on the wall. It's everywhere. At this point, it's air. It literally is air. Last time I was going through TikTok and I had another woman literally writing, oh, some of these passport bros are complaining about going to, Africa and African women. I said, don't you know that your reputation precedes you? People be like, oh, I can't believe African women do not find. I'm like, yeah, they do not find you attractive because your reputation, the reputation. We have internet, we have phones. We can see how the women in your community are being treated. Do you think you can go as an African American man? I'm not saying all, but do you think you can actually go there and literally any country, choose one and ask African women what they think about you? Because it would be something that if they open their mouth and tell you how they feel, you probably think it's why don't you think? No, you'll be shocked because we all have phones. It is worldwide. When you come out here and degrade your women, everybody can see it. I can see it. Everybody in the continent can see it. It is absolutely now a stigma. Let me call it what it is. It is a stigma now. Many families will not even allow you to step on their door. Knock on the door, even. They won't let you. Because you have made a big reputation of of this particular community and made it worldwide. Everybody knows. So when I hear people go, I'm going to Africa, I'm like, okay, hold on, let the family get a hold of this. Because they let you know what's up. Yeah, is it Tina? Okay, Tina and Tiara. I remember the name now of that show. Tina is the one getting divorced. And don't forget how she met the man, by the way. And how their date went. And her sister actually having a spectacle about this relationship. But you know what? I'm gonna build a man. I'm gonna go out there and build a man. You don't build him. What happened now? That's why I said, if I see a woman putting her standards up, I am the last woman on earth to come down there and say, "Oh, you put in your expectation is so high." No, I will tell you keep that expectation there, because I'm probably sure you have a reason why you put it up there. There is a particular reason why it's there, and I'm not going to tell you to put it down. You will keep it there. I will even support you to keep it there, because I don't want to get in dust. The Serena Williams case with Drake, I'm like, Drake, you could just be happy. Go out there, get married, and have your own. If you want an example, do what Alex is doing. Do what Alex is doing. Oh, he's a groupie. Or maybe you can find a woman, or the woman that gave birth to your son, go be her own groupie. If you don't like her reputation, find something else for her to do. Invest in your partner. Not to come out here and sit around, open your mouth and talk about a married man. And I love the response from Alex, by the way. I love his response. I feel like some people growing up, they have never seen a happy home. And it is absolutely surprising to me that some people that grew up have not actually seen a happy home. I've not actually seen a man doing what he's supposed to do for his wife. A man going to events and actually being there for his wife. That is what we call love. If you're a man that you are neglecting your wife, you don't love her. You don't. Or your partner, you don't love her. Not everybody is grown up around unhappy homes. Many of these women out here that are baby mamas, they did not see in future that they were going to be baby mamas. They practically really think that the man that they were dealing with was going to stay. They gave him a chance. They gave him a chance. And I'm going to talk about this topic. I didn't talk about it last time. So I don't know if you guys remember that video that was going around, and the baby daddy came with a McDonald's small packet that he had for his own child, and the lady literally threw the McDonald's to the floor and just got mad, and he recorded all of that because she asked, if you brought food for your son, why didn't you bring food for my other children? Now, I'm going to tell you why I'm standing with that woman in this particular topic for a good reason. If you wanted, let me just say this. If you wanted to buy your child as a man, McDonald's, why didn't you call the mother of your child and be like, okay, you know what? I want to go out with my son today, or my daughter, or whatever. And be like, I'm going to go out with my own child. Can I come pick my child up? You know, you could have just been human. It doesn't take that much. It is not mathematics. It is very simple. If you only wanted to pay for your kid, you could have just called the mother of your child and be like, I'm going to come over. I'm going to pick little Johnny up because I want to spend time with my son. You do not show up with one McDonald's hamburger to the house where you know there are other children. Like there are other children. Do you know how that would impact the other children emotionally, mentally? Oh, so his father came and brought one McDonald's for him. What about me? You would destroy the other children. And I absolutely stand with that mother. And for anybody that have a different, anybody that disagree with me, disagree. That's your own opinion. I absolutely agree with her for what she did. Because she has to be the one to actually explain to the other children what is happening. He could have just been human and just said, I'm coming to pick up my own child. And just go over there, pick up his own child, go to the McDonald's, spend time with his child. The fact that he said he came to see his child, you could have just called, I'm coming to pick up my kid. You pick up the child. You take a ride to McDonald's. You spend time with your child. You don't mentally like cause a mental damage in the other children, because they're gonna ask, what about me? He gets McDonald's. And you don't know if that woman, because they said she had many baby daddies. That means that woman had to give a lot of chances, by the way. She believed that she was easily believing some people out here. That's why she probably had and probably gave too many chances. That's why when I showed you guys that video, that woman was saying she wants a 200,000 ring, I'm like, yes, girl, keep it up there. Keep the 200, yes, because I know you do not want dust in your house. I know you do not want the dust, any kind of dust, close to you. Because if most women would have a higher standard, this would actually reduce. Because they have to bring something. And that McDonald's case, a lot of people might say I am wrong, but I don't care. I'm going to stand with her actions. She has to explain later on to her children. You're not going to be there to explain to those kids why you didn't bring McDonald's for them, or feel the pain and the tears that are probably going to come from those kids. Those kids are going to be there and they're going to cry their eyes off and feel like nobody loves them. So I absolutely agree with the mother's action. You can hate, take it the way you want to take it. And people blaming her for having a lot of children. What I get from that is she believed a lot of people. She believed a lot of these men. Gave multiple chances. That is what I see. Too many chances. Too many chances. And none of them worked out for her. But she did not give her children out. She did not give her children out. She still stayed there. She did not literally leave her kids. Do you think, I feel like when I hear some people talking about single mothers and all of, do you think it's easy? Do people think it's easy being a mom? Because I am a mom myself, and I'm going to say this. It's not even for my partner. He's a dad. He's not here. He had gone out with my daughter. He has to participate in this. Children need both sides, mother and father, in their homes. My child is not here. She's gone with her daddy. They've been gone all day. I know I'm not with them today because he can handle it. It is what is expected of him. It is what he's supposed to do. No, I absolutely agree with that woman that threw away that McDonald's, because he is not going to be the one to be feeling the pains that the children will be crying. When those children are there crying, no, he's not going to be explaining nothing to those children. That woman would have to explain. It is like discriminating. I'm going to call it what it is. If you just wanted to get McDonald's for your kid You should have called the mother, pick up your child, and go to McDonald's. Simple as that. It's not that difficult. And that's why my channel is here, because I'm going to make sure a lot of women do not have any kind of low, put their standards low. Put it up there. If you think you deserve it, put it up there. Because that is how you find somebody that likes you. That is actually where you find somebody that loves you. Anybody that can pass through all of that just to be with you is somebody that actually wants to be with you. In those days, a man would do a lot just to marry a woman. Do you think men would, in those days, would do so much if they didn't love the woman, or if they just wanted to, have a one-night stand? No. It's because in those days, men actually pursued women that they actually wanted to be with, not women that they want to have one-night stands with. Now we're gonna talk about dating. Let's bring the topic of dating in here, because I want to talk about this. I've been hearing a lot of people talking about don't pay for dinner if you invite a girl for a date. And I'm gonna say this, absolutely nonsense. If you are inviting a lady on a date, you are asking her to abandon everything that she has going on. She could be doing a lot of things with her time, but you are asking her to leave a lot of those things. She doesn't know you. She doesn't. You are a total stranger. You are asking her to go on a date with you, and then you are expecting her to pay for her bills. Did she ask you out? Did she ask you out, or did you ask her out? Which one of you asked the other out? Because if she asked you out, that would be a different topic. But if you asked her out, that is a different scenario. And also this, hold the man down. Ladies, I am not preaching hold any man down here. If you are planning on holding a man down, thank you for, I'm going to say thank YouTube for making you find this channel, because nope, I'm telling you, do not. Build a man? Nope, not in this channel. We do not do build a man. We do over here, set your standards, wait until somebody reaches that. And for some people that are going to be like, oh, but then they will be single forever. Well, what's wrong with that? She's going to be happy. Instead of her picking up crumbs and then suffering later on. Because this is the thing. A lot of women have given too many chances, thinking that one person is going to be better, and they become baby mamas. And society shits on them. People talk shit about them. People do not respect them. So I would rather have women that have their standards up there than having somebody come manipulate them and thinking, oh, I'm nice, but I don't have anything. This is another thing. If you're a man and you're going after a woman and you feel entitled, what makes you entitled? That you do not know this person. You have no clue who this particular person you're going to meet. You did not raise them. You paid nothing for their education, nothing at all. But you feel entitled for what? Why do you feel like you should be entitled to anything a woman says or whatever? At this point, I'm like, women have to understand, not everybody wants you to be happy, especially Black women, by the way. You giving too many chances also to dust, it's not going to put you in a better place. If you ask for something and somebody comes out and tell you that your expectations are too high and nobody can reach that, then tell them, I'd rather be single then. I've seen nowadays single women are the most happiest women. They don't have to deal with a lot of the nonsense that comes with relationships. And I know some people might be like, oh, Karen, but you have a relationship, you married, you got a kid. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to stop telling my audience not to put their stuff up. Because I wasn't out there looking for any kind of man when I met my partner. I wasn't out there saying I'm going to put my expectation low. No. I wasn't expecting or to hold somebody or to build somebody. It was never my dream, never the way I was raised. I was never raised that way. That's why when I look at Black women back in America, I'm like, girl, you are not supposed to be doing this. I'm not raised to be building anybody. I'm not raised to be holding anybody. And I want you to understand it does not benefit you. Do you think many cultures that make women not build anybody are stupid? They probably have experienced that women doing some things for some men that don't deserve it does not help. It gets them nothing. If you've watched this movie in, I don't know, in Netflix, there is a movie in Netflix of a Nigerian movie. The story was around this man that had absolutely nothing. It was like pre-colonialism time, before the Europeans came. There was this movie in Netflix. I actually watched it, and I'm going to tell you the story. This is exactly what I'm saying. Do you think many cultures that don't allow women to choose men that are lower than them or financially not stable are wrong? No. It's because things like this never helps the woman in future. And if it does, it's one in many. It's like, it's very scarce. So about this movie that I watched in Netflix, the woman was a queen married to a king. Now, this other man that had nothing, but he was like a weaver. He was only weaving clothes. He came to this kingdom and he started sleeping. He had a sugar mama in the kingdom. He had a sugar mama. He wanted to rise up. He even asked the sugar mama to marry him. That woman was wise. She was looking at him like, nah, I'm not. I have too much status. I have political power. Like, no. Do you think you are the only first man that have asked me this? She was like, no. They even called that woman a man eater. Why was she labeled that? Because she did not settle. Now this weaver goes to the king's palace to actually make clothes for the children because of the connection he has with that woman that has a lot of power in that community. He goes there. He meets the king's wife. He meddle around in business that he's not supposed to. Convince the poor queen to run away with him. So let me tell you this. For Black women in America, I understand that this history is not really taught. Most of African history is not taught because we already know it is not going to help you. Now, she goes over, she runs away with him. He almost died by a spirit almost killed him. And there was another spirit that came at first to actually bring him back. And the evil spirit came back, and the evil spirit came to fight the good spirit. This good spirit fled, and the evil spirit wanted to kill him, but the woman fought that he didn't die in that movie. Then she picked up this potion that the good spirit left when it was being challenged by the evil spirit, and she took it, she hid it from him for a while, but later on she made him very famous with that potion that good spirit left. She gave him that, and he started bringing back the dead. He started bringing back the dead. But do you know what he did with his new fame? He married other wives. He decided he was going to marry other wives. One time, he hit her. So we've had histories of this for a long time, where women help and get absolutely nothing. That's why many African women do not do 50-50. We don't, because we already know it. It doesn't help you. And that's why we do not go after that most of the time. We look for those ones that have already made it and actually love you for you. A lot of people might be calling women gold diggers that want men that have already made it. No, they are not gold diggers. Those women that are looking for men that have already made it, that already have money, are women that are looking for love. And that's the point. They want genuine love, not the ones that are out there saying, I'm going to build him up. If you're out there doing, I'm going to build him up, and then we're going to, no, you're desperate. And that is not going to be love for you. That's going to be a struggle for you. Before we continue, please press the like button. Please press that like button. And also share the video, because, this needs to get out there. So after this man don't have this potion from the queen that she gave him after saving his life, he put hands on her. And then later on, when the king's son died, that's one thing I like about African women. No way that nonsense will last forever, for a long time. She took that little, they call it calabash, but we have bigger size of calabash, smaller size. That is a small calabash, very small, tiny one. She took that. She emptied all of the potion that was there for him to be able to bring anybody back to life. She emptied it all, filled it up with another thing, picked her things, and the other wives were treating her like rubbish. They were treating her with no respect. He actually told one of his wives about the formal queens, that she was a formal queen, even though she told him not to tell anybody that she was a queen before. He told them. And they treated her like absolutely dead because she didn't have a child. So she ended up emptying that tiny calabash, and then she left. She picked up her things and left. When he came home hearing the king's son had died, he asked the other wives. They said, oh, she had picked up her things and she has left. He didn't even mind. He did not mind. He did not care. All he was thinking about was going to the king and marrying. He even told the king that he will only bring back his son if he gives his daughter hand in marriage to him. He wanted to marry a princess now. He had married a queen, turned her into nothing, married a whole queen, turned her into that. And now he wants to marry a princess. You see, when it comes to history, some people, some culture already know how it ends. That's why many women in many cultures, not only in Africa, but in Asia and everywhere, support women marrying people that already don't have something. Because when a man has already and he comes to you, he is not looking for anything from you. He wants you to be there. He wants to provide. He wants you to be happy. If he already have the dough, he already have his job, he already can provide, and he comes to you and he can provide all your needs, and he comes to you, it's not because he wants you to build him. He comes to you because he wants you there. But if you're going to follow dust that don't have anything and tell you he's looking for somebody to hold him down, somebody to build with, he's not looking for you. He's looking for somebody to help him. So the moral of this story is, of the Netflix story was, women don't build anybody. So let me tell you what happened in the end of the movie. He went back to the king. He's thinking he's going to marry a princess now. He used the potion on the dead prince. He did not come back to life. The dead prince did not come back to life. Stop building people out here, women. Stop building them. Stop listening to these people that are telling you, I'm looking for somebody to build with. Stop it. Absolutely stop it. Set your own standards. If you cannot provide for your family, if you cannot provide for a future family, stop giving out chances to anyone that do not deserve you. Because if a man comes empty-handed, he does not value you. If he actually values you, he would go out there, make sure everything is all set, and then come for you. Now, with that being said, I'm going to say this. Thank you all for joining me today. Share this video because I think this needs to get out there. It's not getting out enough. A lot of women need to hear this information. Stop building people. And for these men that are bitter about Serena Williams, keep being bitter. And for men that are absolutely making a reputation of themselves to the whole world, continue doing it. Because the only person that you are actually hurting is yourself. Nobody else, just you. You are turning yourself into a villain. And the black women that you absolutely degrade, or any woman that you degrade, will not be seen as bad, but you will turn yourself into becoming a villain. You will give yourself that reputation. With that being said, I'm going to say this. Thank you all for joining me, and have a great day, and goodbye.